let's just, for the fun of it, say that I wanted to change this now so that I could update my top products. I want to rename this because I don't want to end up having to rename everything right now. I can do that outside the video. Let's rename this set method right here. I want to rename that so I know that what I'm actually setting is top products. Rename base method, set top products. And I'm just doing this because I want to be able to see that that's actually what I'm changing right here in this method, not the products itself. Yeah, let's just do that. It's going to ask to me if I want to refactor everything. I'll say do refactor. Now notice, let's do it. And I'll show you, it doesn't only change it in here because I'm using this IDE, it changes it in here and also inside the repository interface, which is kind of nice. It also changed it in the service automatically, which is kind of nice. So I don't have to do it manually all the places, but you're used to that already. I'll do the same with the delete because here it's actually also going to be delete for top products. Let's rename base. Yes, I want to rename it. Delete top products right here. There we go. I'll refactor this. Now notice this is kind of cool because the repository now can have multiple functions that does different areas of products. And in my case, because I'm using a document-based database, I can actually have different areas for products. We're not as specific as we would with a relational database. So I think this is kind of cool. So notice right here, again, my method right now goes in and sets top products or deletes top products, depending on what I want to do. Let's make a new one. Let's make a new one that listens for an update inside top products, just for the fun of it. So again, I'll do one more rename. I want to rename this to say write products, because this is actually only for products I'm doing this. There we go. It's not, I'm not doing it for top products right here. I'm going to make one for updating top products. Again, I'm just trying to make my code easier to read, to be honest. And let's just change this as the final thing, because again, I want this to be written for products, not top products. There we go. I'll do the refactoring. And now I've changed everything, so it's very easy for me in the index file to see that we are going to talk about products written right here, and that's going to write to written products, because now I'm going to try and do this for the update. First of all, I'm going to get this back in here like this. So we're going to start out with the product controller, and the product controller is going to need a way to do an update, and I'm just going to send in the snap again and the context, and let's call it update top products, and let's just say product instead because it's only a single product I'm changing right here. I'll do control or alt enter or something like that, and I'll create the method. So now this is available inside my interface. And of course, when I add it to the interface again, I have to go to the next level, which will be adding this to my controller, the Firebase controller. So notice when I go in here, it now says I'm not happy. And I'll try and just add that again, alt enter or command option enter, and I'll implement it. Now we have it available right here. I will then again go and see what I can actually get from this snap right here. And again, you'll notice I can get the same data like before. Now notice, you have to notice that depending on what you're actually doing, there might be different data returned. So in this case, since it's an update, again, I get the before and the after data. But if it was a write, just to show you, if this was actually on write, it would be something different I'm getting back. I would just get a document snapshot back, not a document snapshot with document data inside it, just to let you guys know. So it's different depending on what you're doing with these triggers, what you're getting back. So now we have the data available like this. And what I want to do is I want to create in my service a way to update these top products. So I'll make a new function in the service, update top product like this. And I'll send in everything again like I did before. I will I'll create this update right here. But there we go. And then next step will be, of course, I want to return a promise actually. And the reason I want to return a promise is actually that's something that is required by, let's just get down to the service. There we go. This is something that's actually required by the Firebase setup, the function setup. The next step is going to be, oops, I should put it down here. There we go. And next step should then, of course, be to go to my, do my logic right here and then change the data, right? So I would then, if I had any logic I wanted to do, it could be to make sure that maybe I wanted to make sure that in my top products, I wanted every letter to be uppercase, right? Let's just try and do that. So const name should be product after dot name dot to uppercase, like this. Let's actually say to uppercase, not to local uppercase, to uppercase. So that's kind of what I want to do. I want to rename this to uppercase inside the inside the top products. And then I need my repository to be able to do it. So I'll go in the repository and create a new function. Instead of set, I want to create a new one called update. I could actually use the set. And let's actually do that because I don't need to make a new function. Then I think that's kind of cool for you to see that. So let's just say we add a set right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in this guy right here. I'm not going to change anything with the purchase time. So we'll just put that back in there. And then the end, we don't need this. There we go. So now I'll use the same function in my repository to kind of update the top products and make sure the name should now be full uppercase like this. So let's just try and see. We have the update product right here, and it's not. What's wrong up here? Oh, there we go. I just need to refresh. So that's pretty much how easy it is. And again, I really encourage you guys to do this because notice how simple my code actually is.